mind if I just sort of thumb?
The Honeymooners, a classic 1955 TV series, featured a small but memorable cast. The show's main characters, Ralph and Alice Kramden, were played by Jackie Gleason and Audrey Meadows. Jackie Gleason, already a well-known comedian and actor, was the obvious choice for the role of Ralph Kramden. He was the creator and original star of the sketch comedy show Cavalcade of Stars, where the Honeymooners first appeared as a recurring sketch. Audrey Meadows, on the other hand, was not the first choice to play Alice Kramden. The role was initially offered to Pert Kelton, who played Alice in the original sketches. However, due to health issues, Kelton was replaced by Meadows, who brought a unique charm and wit to the character. The casting of the Kramden's neighbors, Ed and Trixie Norton, was more straightforward. Art Carney, who had worked with Gleason before, was a natural fit for the role of Ed Norton. He brought a perfect blend of humor and sincerity to the character. Joyce Randolph, who played Trixie, was chosen for her ability to match Carney's energy and for her excellent comedic timing. The casting process for the Honeymooners involved auditions and chemistry tests, but much of the casting was based on the actors' existing relationships and proven talents. The show's enduring popularity is a testament to the excellent casting choices made during its production.
Then I'm on a layoff, and they know that I'm going back to driving the bus as soon as the layoff's over, so I can't get a job there.
The Honeymooners, a classic 1955 TV series, was skillfully directed by Jack Donahue. Known for his work in comedy, Donahue brought the show to life with a unique vision and style. He was influenced by vaudeville and early television comedy, which he incorporated into his approach. Donahue's directorial style was characterized by his ability to capture natural performances from the cast. He fostered a collaborative environment, working closely with the actors to develop their characters. Donahue's approach was hands-on, often providing specific guidance and feedback to help the cast deliver their lines with authenticity and humor. In terms of visual style, Donahue preferred a simple, straightforward approach. He used minimal sets and lighting, focusing the audience's attention on the characters and their interactions. This choice added to the show's realism and helped to highlight the comedic timing of the cast. Donahue's collaboration with the cast and crew was crucial to the success of the Honeymooners. He worked closely with the writers to ensure that the scripts were tailored to the strengths of the cast. Donahue also collaborated with the show's producers to maintain the show's high production values, even within the constraints of a limited budget. In summary, Jack Donahue's directorial vision for the Honeymooners was marked by his comedic influences, naturalistic approach to performance, and simple visual style. His collaborative efforts with the cast and crew helped to create a beloved and enduring television classic.
You stop that.
The Honeymooners, a classic 1950s TV series, stars Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph. It's a show about a bus driver and his loving wife, their best friends, and the ups and downs they face together. You might be surprised to learn some fun, shocking, and even sad facts about this show. Stay tuned to find out more. Did you know that The Honeymooners was originally a sketch on the Dumont Network's Cavalcade of Stars? It was so popular that it became its own show. The iconic theme song, "Oh, You Beautiful Doll," was performed by Jackie Gleason and his orchestra. It's a catchy tune that adds to the show's charm. Now, let me share a personal story. When I was a kid, I discovered the Honeymooners on TV late one night. I was hooked instantly. The humor, the characters, and their relationships felt so genuine and relatable. It inspired me to learn more about classic TV and eventually study it in college. We'd love to hear your stories and memories related to the Honeymooners. What's your most cherished memory or personal experience connected to this show? Share it with us in the comments below.
You don't have to just because I made a couple of mistakes. Nobody's 100%, Alice.
You are.
The Honeymooners, a classic 1955 TV series, was filmed primarily in New York City, where the show is set. The production team faced various logistical challenges, such as filming in small apartments and managing the bustling city's noise. To overcome this, they built soundstage replicas of the characters' homes, allowing for better control over the environment. set design played a crucial role in establishing the show's iconic look. The kitchen in Ralph and Alice Kramden's apartment, for instance, became a symbol of the working-class couple's life. The production team paid great attention to detail, ensuring that the set felt authentic and familiar to the audience. Locations for exterior shots were also carefully chosen to reflect the characters' personalities and social status. For example, the Bensonhurst neighborhood in Brooklyn, where the Kramdens lived, was depicted as a working-class area with a strong sense of community. As for innovative techniques, The Honeymooners was one of the first TV shows to employ multiple cameras during filming. This approach allowed for greater flexibility in editing and helped create a more dynamic viewing experience. The series also made use of live audiences, adding energy and realism to the performances. Despite the challenges, the production team of The Honeymooners managed to create a timeless and beloved TV series that continues to resonate with audiences today.
What do you want me to do? Sign an affidavit with a notary republic or something?
All right, let's get back to the business and learn how to play the golf.
The Honeymooners, a classic television show from 1955, is widely regarded as one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. The show's main character, Ralph, played by Jackie Gleason, is a bus driver for the Gotham Bus Company living in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, with his wife Alice, portrayed by Audrey Meadows. Ralph's best friend, sewer worker Ed Norton, is his upstairs neighbor, played by Art Carney. Ralph is always hatching get-rich-quick schemes that never seem to work out, providing much of the show's humor. The writing, directing, and acting are all exceptional, with the show introducing phrases that have become part of the American lexicon, such as "to the moon, Alice." The show was groundbreaking in its use of 3 cameras that never moved, and the cast's ability to improvise when gags failed, given that it was live TV. The Honeymooners is a cultural icon that has influenced many TV shows that came after it, including The Flintstones. The show is pure comedy, with no sex or violence, and features some of the best physical comedy and comedic timing in TV history. Jackie Gleason's acting skills were remarkable, and it's surprising that he never won an Emmy for his role as Ralph. The rest of the cast, including Carney, Meadows, and Randolph, were also excellent in their respective roles. One of the show's strengths is its simplicity, with each episode focusing on a single storyline that is resolved by the end of the episode. The characters are well developed, and the audience can't help but root for them, even when they're causing chaos. The show's humor transcends time and remains relevant today, making it a must-watch for anyone who loves classic TV. Some of the most memorable episodes include TV or Not TV, where Ralph and Ed chip in for a TV, and Funny Money, as well as the Bensonhurst Bomber, where Norton gets Ralph into a fight with a bully and comes up with a scheme to get him out of it. The show's humor is universal, and even after 50 years, it remains one of the best of the best. In conclusion, The Honeymooners is a classic television show that has stood the test of time. Its humor, writing, and acting are all exceptional, and it remains a must-watch for anyone who loves classic TV. The show's simplicity and focus on pure comedy make it a refreshing break from many of the comedies on TV today. If you haven't seen it yet, you're in for a real treat.
Okay.
Must be a fetish with her. What?
May I?
Oh, go on.
The Honeymooners, a classic 1955 TV series, featured a memorable musical score and soundtrack that perfectly complemented the show's narrative and emotional tone. The music, composed by veteran musician and arranger Ralph Quaggai, was designed to enhance the comedic timing and the relatable blue-collar struggles of the characters. Quaggai's compositions were primarily orchestral, with a focus on strings and woodwinds, which created a warm and inviting atmosphere. The music often punctuated the humor in the show, subtly accentuating the jokes without overpowering the dialogue or action. In interviews, Quaggai mentioned that he aimed to create a sound that felt familiar and comforting to the show's working-class audience. The soundtrack also included several popular songs from the era, which were carefully chosen to reflect the characters' personalities and emotions. For instance, the theme song, Hello, 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 became an instant classic and captured the playful and affectionate relationship between the main characters, Ralph and Alice Kramden. The musicians involved in the creation of the Honeymooners score and soundtrack were highly skilled and experienced. Many of them had worked on other popular TV shows and films, bringing their expertise and creativity to the project. The collaboration between the composers, musicians, and production team resulted in a memorable and enduring soundtrack that has stood the test of time. In summary, the musical score and soundtrack of The Honeymooners were carefully crafted to enhance the show's narrative and emotional tone. The compositions by Ralph Quaggai and the contributions of the talented musicians involved created a soundtrack that has become synonymous with the series and continues to be cherished by audiences today.
And she'd be the first woman to make it. It's pretty good.
In the classic TV series The Honeymooners, which first aired in 1955, the character Ralph Kramden has a brother named Eddie. Both Ralph and his friend Ed Norton are often seen playing pool, with many of their pool playing scenes being unscripted due to the actors' real-life skills. Interestingly, Art Carney, who played Norton, has an award named after him, the Carney Awards. This award, established in 2015, recognizes outstanding achievement in character acting and is a Lifetime Achievement Award, not given for specific performances.
Wait, who are you?
The Honeymooners, a classic 1950s TV series, is known for its memorable and iconic scenes. One such scene is the manhole cover episode, where Ralph Kramden and Ed Norton get stuck in a manhole cover. The direction in this scene is impeccable, with the camera angles and lighting creating a sense of tension and humor. The scene is shot in a cramped and dark space, highlighting the predicament of the characters. The use of close-ups and reaction shots adds to the comedic timing of the scene. Jackie Gleason's performance as Ralph Kramden is outstanding. His facial expressions and body language convey a range of emotions, from panic to frustration to resignation. Art Carney's performance as Ed Norton is equally impressive, as he plays off of Gleason's energy and adds to the humor of the scene. The cinematography in this scene is also noteworthy. The use of shadows and darkness adds to the sense of danger and urgency, while the close-ups of the actors' faces help to convey their emotions. The camera work is smooth and steady, allowing the audience to fully appreciate the humor and tension of the scene. The impact of this scene on the audience is significant. It is a classic example of the physical comedy that The Honeymooners is known for, and it showcases the incredible talent of the actors and filmmakers. The scene has been widely praised for its humor, direction, and performances, and it remains a beloved part of television history. In an interview, Jackie Gleason spoke about the manhole cover episode and the challenges of filming in such a small space. He said, "It was tough, but we made it work. Art and I have great chemistry, and we were able to play off of each other's energy and make the scene come to life." Art Carney also commented on the scene, saying, "It was a lot of fun to film, but it was also challenging. We had to be very careful with our movements and make sure we didn't hurt ourselves. But Jackie and I had a great time, and I think it shows in the final product." Overall, the manhole cover episode of The Honeymooners is a classic example of great direction, performance, and cinematography. Its impact on the audience is still felt today, and it remains a beloved part of television history.
Exercises all at the same time. Well, I'm finished, Alice. This is it. I'm not gonna chase.
The four main characters in The Honeymooners later served as prototypes for the characters in the Flintstones. Jackie Gleason, who played Ralph Kramden, only said his famous line, "Baby, you're the greatest," in 9 of the original 39 episodes, but it was repeated many more times in The Honeymooners' lost episodes. Gleason's impact on American television is further explored in the Scribner Encyclopedia of American Lives.
No sewer from a hole in the ground. Come on, Ralph, will you stop aggravating?
The Honeymooners, a 1955 TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact. Starring Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph, the show resonated with audiences due to its relatable characters and humor. It revolved around the lives of two working-class couples living in a Brooklyn apartment, dealing with everyday struggles and joys. The series was groundbreaking in its realistic portrayal of blue-collar life, which was not commonly depicted on television at the time. Audiences found the characters and situations authentic and relatable, making it a hit. The Honeymooners also contributed to pop culture, with catchphrases like bang, zoom, straight to the moon, and to the moon. Alice, becoming part of the vernacular. The show also touched on relevant social and cultural themes. For instance, it portrayed strong, independent women in the characters of Alice Kramden and Trixie Norton, who were not afraid to stand up to their husbands. This was a departure from traditional gender roles and helped to challenge stereotypes. Moreover, the series highlighted the importance of friendship and community, as the characters often leaned on each other for support. This resonated with audiences who saw their own friendships and communities reflected on screen. In conclusion, The Honeymooners left a lasting impact on television and popular culture. Its authentic portrayal of working-class life, strong female characters, and themes of friendship and community continue to resonate with audiences today.
Much funnier than him. As a matter of fact, you look a little like him.
Jackie Gleason, known for his role in The Honeymooners, was not only a talented actor, but also a builder of his own unique dream house in Peekskill, NY, during the 1950s. This modern marvel featured a precious wood interior, crafted by Swedish carpenters who were brought to the U.S. for a year. The house boasted a basement disco and one of the earliest in-home video projection systems. However, despite its high cost, the house suffered from a leaky wooden roof. Audrey Meadows, Gleason's co-star, was the youngest of 4 children. Art Carney, who also starred in The Honeymooners, faced personal challenges during his career. While appearing in The Odd Couple on Broadway, he suffered a nervous breakdown due to the failure of his first marriage. Carney had to leave the play and enter a sanitarium for 6 months.
That's powdered sugar.
I don't think the frattery's going too good. Why don't you try?
The Honeymooners, a classic 1955 TV series, received widespread acclaim for its humor and insightful portrayal of blue-collar life. The show starred Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph, with Gleason's character, Ralph Kramden, becoming an iconic figure in American television. Notable critics have praised The Honeymooners for its enduring appeal and realistic depiction of working-class families. In a 1966 article, New York Times critic Jack Good hailed the show as a classic of television comedy and an indispensable part of the medium's history. Audiences also embraced the series, with its memorable characters and relatable situations resonating with viewers. The show's catchphrases, such as Ralph's "Homina, homina, homina" and Ed's "I'm moving to the bedroom," became part of the cultural lexicon. The Honeymooners received several award nominations, including 4 Primetime Emmy nominations in 1956 for Outstanding Comedic Series, Lead Actor, Supporting Actor, and Supporting Actress. Although the show did not win any Emmys, the nominations themselves were a testament to the show's impact and popularity. The accolades and nominations for The Honeymooners are significant for those involved in the show, as they highlight the enduring appeal and influence of the series. The show's legacy continues to inspire new generations of viewers and television creators, and its impact on the medium is undeniable. The Honeymooners remains a beloved and influential part of American television history.
No, flattery. All I have to do is flatter her a little bit. You know, when she comes in.
Jackie Gleason, the star of The Honeymooners, became increasingly sensitive about the show's use of fat jokes, as he felt they were being directed at him personally. This sensitivity was particularly heightened when such jokes were ad-libbed by his co-stars, Art Carney and Audrey Meadows. Interestingly, Audrey Meadows, who played Alice Kramden, and Joyce Randolph, who played Trixie Norton, had a prior connection before their time on The Honeymooners. The 2 actresses had previously worked together in a summer stock production of No, Nanette. The Honeymooners has also been recognized for its significance in television history. It was voted number 3 in TV Guide's 50 Greatest TV Shows of All Time, highlighting its enduring popularity and influence.
Already reserved the alley for Teddy and I. What alley you use? Alley number 3?
The Honeymooners, a classic 1950s TV series, was filled with memorable moments both on and off screen. Jackie Gleason, the show's star, was known for his generosity. Before each episode, he would give the studio audience a box of expensive cigars. Although most of the audience didn't smoke cigars, they appreciated Gleason's gesture. Art Carney, who played Ed Norton, was a method actor. To prepare for his role, he would study the mannerisms and speech patterns of New York City bus drivers, the profession of his character. Carney's dedication paid off, as his portrayal of Norton is still remembered fondly today. Behind the scenes, the set of the Kramden's apartment was a replica of Gleason's own home. The famous kitchen table and chairs were even purchased from Gleason's favorite furniture store. The show's writers, including Carl Reiner, often drew inspiration from their own lives. The famous skit where Norton gets stuck in a pair of tight pants was based on a real-life experience of Reiner's. Despite the show's success, it only lasted one season. However, the episodes that were produced have endured as classics of American television. The Honeymooners remains a testament to the talent and hard work of its cast and crew.
You want to go to the moon? Do you want to go to the moon?
That would be...
In the classic TV series The Honeymooners, Alice, played by Joyce Randolph, celebrates her birthday on February 8th, making her an Aquarius. Art Carney, who portrayed Ed Norton, was highly regarded by his peers. In the original stage production of The Odd Couple, director Mike Nichols referred to Carney as a saint. Trixie Norton, Ed's wife, was actually named Thelma in real life. These behind-the-scenes facts add depth to the beloved characters and actors who brought them to life.
Backfield was in motion.
Why, it's great to have a wife with a...
The Honeymooners, a 1955 TV series, holds a significant place in film history. It's often regarded as one of the most influential comedy shows, with its blue-collar humor and realistic portrayal of working-class life resonating with audiences. The series, starring Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph, served as a prototype for many sitcoms that followed. The show's impact on future filmmaking is evident in the way it handled humor and character development. The Honeymooners presented relatable characters with distinct personalities, each bringing their own flavor to the show. This approach to characterization has been adopted by numerous successful sitcoms since. The series also inspired several subsequent works. The character of Ralph Kramden, for instance, has been referenced and parodied in various media, including films, TV shows, and cartoons. The dynamic between Kramden and his best friend Ed Norton, played by Art Carney, has been replicated in many buddy comedies. In terms of humor, the Honeymooners popularized the use of witty one-liners and physical comedy, which have since become staples in comedy television and film. The show's influence can be seen in everything from classic sitcoms like All in the Family to modern comedies like The King of Queens and The Simpsons.
The golf swing. First, step up. Plant your feet firmly on the ground.
The episode The Bensonhurst Bomber from The Honeymooners left a lasting impact, inspiring the title of Joan Jett's fourth studio album, Glorious Results of a Misspent Youth. This connection is subtly honored on the album cover's front image. The show's main star, Jackie Gleason, had an unconventional approach to rehearsals, preferring spontaneity over repetition. His co-stars, Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, and Joyce Randolph, adapted by rehearsing without him, taking turns standing in for Gleason in scenes featuring his character, Ralph Kramden. Art Carney, who played Ed Norton, and Jackie Gleason as Ralph Kramden, were commemorated on a 44-cent USA postage stamp. This honor was part of the early TV Memories issue, which celebrated the Honeymooners. The stamp was officially released on August 11, 2009.
I don't think that applies to every case. I didn't have no connections when I got my job in the sewer.
Audrey Meadows, known for her role in The Honeymooners, made history with her shrewd manager who foresaw the concept of reruns. This led to Meadows being the only cast member to receive lifelong residual payments. Her contract stipulated that she be paid royalties for future airings, a condition now standard in television work for all involved parties. The elaborate signing procedure of Ed Norton, played by Art Carney, was an ad-lib based on Carney's father's performance. This bit added depth to the character and show, further endearing it to audiences. Originating as a recurring skit on the Jackie Gleason show, The Honeymooners is considered television's first spin-off series. Its success paved the way for future series to branch off from their predecessors, creating a new format for television programming.
Vacuum cleaners. Let him have his television sets. Let him have his electrical stoves. Go ahead. I got one thing that...
After the debut of The Honeymooners in 1955, Audrey Meadows, who played Alice, received numerous household items from fans. These fans hoped to improve Alice's living conditions, sending items like curtains, pot holders, and even irons. One fan even sent 10 cents for Alice to buy a curtain rod, as mailing one was too difficult. Lieutenant Art Carney, who played Ed Norton, had a challenging personal life during the show's run. He suffered a nervous breakdown due to his addictions to alcohol, amphetamines, and barbiturates, which were exacerbated by the end of his 25-year marriage. However, he made a full recovery in the 1970s and won an Academy Award. He also remarried his wife, Jean, after their initial divorce. Before his role as Ed Norton, Carney played a different character in the first Honeymooners sketch on the Jackie Gleason show in 1952. In this sketch, he portrayed a policeman who was hit by a barrel of flour.
In 6 months, she's gonna be left all alone. 6 months, left alone.
Art Carney, known for his role in The Honeymooners, has a detailed biography in the Scribner Encyclopedia of American Lives, Volume 7, 23, 2005. Jackie Gleason, his co-star, was set to reunite with Carney in the 1979 film 1941, but Gleason's representatives declined due to unknown reasons. However, they did reunite in Izzy and Mo in 1985, sharing over the credits billing. The series makes passing references to Bellevue, which is the well-known Bellevue Hospital in Manhattan, known for treating mentally ill patients. The Honeymooners, a classic 1950s TV show, has left a lasting impression in the world of comedy. It has even been mentioned in the modern sitcom, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The show's main character, Ralph Kramden, was played by Jackie Gleason. Interestingly, Gleason refused to work with Art Carney in any other project until the creation of Izzy and Mo, as he only wanted to collaborate with Carney in Honeymooners-related material. The role of Alice Kramden, Ralph's wife, was notably played by Audrey Meadows. Meadows is best remembered for this continuing role in The Honeymooners. However, it's worth noting that Pert Kelton and Sheila Macri also took on the role of Alice in different periods of the show. The character of Alice, therefore, has been portrayed by 3 different actresses throughout the series.
I'll never get it off.
You gotta get the ring off, Ralph. Norton has to give it to Jim McKeever at the party tonight.
I don't care what party.
Art Carney's experience on The Joe and Ethel Turp's show seemed to pave the way for his portrayal of Ed Norton in The Honeymooners. In 1966, Audrey Meadows reprised her role as Ethel Mertz in the last black and white sketch of the series, titled The Adoption, which aired in Miami. Jackie Gleason and Art Carney's characters, Ralph Kramden and Ed Norton, were commemorated on a 44-cent USA postage stamp in the early TV Memories issue, released on August 11, 29. This stamp honored The Honeymooners and its enduring impact on television history.
I didn't realize. I hope I didn't cause any trouble.
Trouble? Oh, don't be silly. How could you?
Jackie Gleason, the star of The Honeymooners, drew inspiration for the show's set from his childhood home on Chauncey Street in Brooklyn, New York. The apartment building remains standing and retains its original appearance. Gleason bears a striking resemblance to the Hanna-Barber character Fred Flintstone, who is based on him. The Flintstone, an animated series, was loosely inspired by The Honeymooners. Upon discovering this, Gleason contemplated filing a lawsuit against Hanna-Barbera, but was dissuaded by friends and colleagues who warned him that it would harm his reputation to be remembered as the man who killed Fred Flintstone. After the debut of the Flintstones in 1960, Gleason considered taking legal action against the show's creators due to the undeniable similarities between the characters. He sought fair compensation or for the cartoon's producers to cease and desist. However, Gleason's attorney advised him against pursuing legal action, stating, "Do you really want to be remembered by history as the man who killed Fred Flintstone?"
Look out.
Audrey Meadows' portrayal of Alice Kramden in The Honeymooners was so impressive that she was played by Kristen Dalton in a 22 biopic about Jackie Gleason. Gleason, who played Ralph Kramden, improvised the famous catchphrase bang, "Zoom," on every occasion, as it was never written in the scripts. The phrase "to the moon, Alice" became widely popular and was ranked second in TV Guide's list of top catchphrases. It's clear that The Honeymooners has left a significant mark in television history.
Hello, boy.
The Honeymooners, a popular 1950s TV show, was initially a recurring skit on Cavalcade of Stars from 1951 to 1952. Art Carney, who played Ed Norton, was a crucial element in the skit's success, according to Jackie Gleason. So much so that Gleason once stated Carney was 90% responsible for its success. After the skit's success, CBS and Buick, the show's sponsor, wanted a second season. However, Gleason declined, believing that the quality of the scripts would not be maintained for another season. Despite this, the Honeymooners left an indelible mark on television history.
No, I wasn't lying.
Well, what do you mean by saying that she's the most impossible woman around?
I didn't.
Art Carney's pork pie hat, worn by Norton in The Honeymooners, held significance long before the show's debut. Purchased in 1935, Carney wore it on the show, giving life to Norton's character. In 2009, the U.S. Postal Service honored the Honeymooners with a commemorative stamp, featuring Jackie Gleason as Ralph Kramden and Art Carney as Ed Norton. Audrey Meadows' portrayal of Alice Kramden was groundbreaking. Her tough, no-nonsense character paved the way for future strong women characters on TV, such as Maude and Murphy Brown. Her ability to give as good as she got from Ralph Kramden showcased a feminist perspective that resonated with audiences. Audrey Meadows, known for her role in The Honeymooners, was the first Simpsons guest star to pass away. She fittingly played an old woman who came back as a ghost. The show's host, Jackie Gleason, sang My Gal Sal at the beginning and end of his Joe, the bartender scenes on the American Scene magazine version of his show. Interestingly, The Honeymooners was filmed in the Adelphi Theater, which could accommodate 400 people, instead of a regular television studio.
No.
The last time!
No.
All right, Alice.
Jackie Gleason and Art Carney, the stars of The Honeymooners, have left their mark on the world of television. In Brooklyn, NY, the Jackie Gleason Bus Depot stands as a tribute to Gleason's career. Meanwhile, in Miami Beach, FL, the Miami Beach Auditorium was renamed the Jackie Gleason Theater in his honor. Many may not know that Art Carney's first appearance on The Honeymooners was not as Ed Norton, but as a cop who gets hit by a barrel of flour in the first The Honeymooners sketch on the Jackie Gleason show. This goes to show the depth of talent and range that both actors brought to their roles. The legacy of The Honeymooners continues to be celebrated and appreciated by audiences of all ages.
I mean, that's happened hundreds of times. In the sewer, that's an occupational hazard.
Well,
The Honeymooners, a popular 1955 TV series, was unique in its staging as a live play, a concept still new to television at the time. Star Jackie Gleason, a seasoned live performer, deliberately chose this format and avoided rehearsals to capture the feel of a live show. As a result, the episodes often contained flubbed lines, missed entrances, and moments of confusion, which Gleason opted not to conceal. In addition to his work on The Honeymooners, Gleason also lent his voice to the radio show The Land of the Lost, taking over the role of the Red Lantern's voice from Junius Matthews. Before his career in entertainment, Gleason had a variety of jobs, including boxing, carnival barking, and pool hustling. He later went on to play the character Minnesota Fats in the 1961 film The Hustler, alongside Paul Newman.
I apologize. Who there, pal? Well, good night, pal.
We'd love to hear about your personal connections to the classic 1955 TV series, The Honeymooners. How did this show influence your perspective on cinema? Or what memories do you have associated with it? By sharing your stories, you can help create a vibrant community of cinema enthusiasts. Don't forget to engage with our content by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more explorations into the world of film. Your support helps us continue to create meaningful and simple to understand content for movie lovers of all ages. Let's keep the conversation going.
She's not a bad lady. That ends Mr. Norton's